Hi there, Andrew here from Ethereal Alchemy Frequency Healing, and today I'd like to talk about how to deal with negativity, projection, attack, and even abuse directed towards you from other people in life. And this happens to us all at various times in our life where, sometimes we just deal with difficult people, or we just have to deal with situations where people really attack us or project their own negativity or limitations or pain towards us. And so today's video is about how to respond through higher consciousness and in a higher perspective rather than through lower consciousness. And why do we want to do that? Well, when we respond through lower consciousness, we actually leak energy to that situation or to that person. We can become depleted, we can get caught up in drama, and basically it affects our peace of mind and just our state of peace, really. So I was blessed to have a situation recently where someone sent me an email communication that was quite aggressive and just attacking me for who I am, or rather what I do in my spiritual business. So through one of my business pages, someone had obviously taken offense to what I'd done and wrote me a little email message that said basically along the lines of, stop what you're doing, you're not on the right track, and if you keep doing this, you're going to hell. So obviously I've got a pretty strong belief system and sense of self, so actually that one didn't really bother me too much, but I'm using it as an example. Sometimes it's a little bit close to home for us and can really trigger certain reactions within us, and sometimes not so much. So the first thing, when someone is negative or they project towards us, the first thing to do is pause. Just pause and really, take time to absorb the situation, because either we're reacting or instead we can consciously act. Oftentimes when we feel projection or negativity or anger from other people towards us, we can have a tendency to get pulled into our ego straight away and feel very defensive and want to go on the attack. That's reaction. Reaction's not good. So we want to consciously act towards these situations. So what did I do? Well, I got this email early one morning, and I opened it, I read it, I digested it, and then I turned the computer off and went and did better things. So went and had my breakfast, did a lovely meditation, went for my morning walk. Priorities. This person who'd sent me this negativity, it's not really a high priority for me, so I'm not going to sit there and respond straight away when I haven't even had my breakfast or done something nice for myself. So prioritize yourself. If people are sending you abusive messages or things like that, prioritize it. You don't have to respond to them straight away. So after I'd gone and done all my lovely things, I tuned in and just got clear on what am I meant to do here. And in 99% of the time, actually the best course of action is to ignore it and just move on with your life. Life's too short to get caught up in these sort of dramas, and oftentimes that's what I do. I don't know this person, they're a stranger to me. I'm not really caring for what they're saying because it's not coming from a space of love or trying to teach me something or a better way. It's just coming from their own fear and negativity. So oftentimes I just ignore it. But in this case, I was guided by my spirit guides and beings to write a response to this person. And so when you're responding to people who are trying to attack you or put you down or drain your energy, you always want to respond with love. Because when we can come from love, we actually maintain our energy, we don't leak it, and we maintain our sense of inner peace. If we get caught up in the ego, then we want to get back at the person, we want to be right, we want to tell them why they're so wrong, or put them in their place. That just, it gets us caught up in a drama that we don't need to be in, and it actually leaks our energy. It gives that person exactly what they wanted off you, which was your energy, your peace of mind. And when they can ruffle your feathers and get under your skin, that feeds their energy, because they're in a lower state, they're in fear, they're in pain, they're in anger. It's just feeding to that. So when you get caught up in that yourself, you're actually leaking energy. You are literally leaking energy, and that drains you. You feel tired, you feel low, you feel upset afterwards, and that's why. So in this situation, I was guided, yep, I need to respond to this person. So, when you do respond with love, not with ego, or not the need to be right. Respond with love. So I think I said something like, live and let live, my friend. When you are perfect and faultless in the eyes of God, then you can judge and dispense wisdom to others. And then I said, much love and many blessings. So I kept it very light, but made it very clear that, that wasn't appropriate, and, that wasn't my perspective. Now at that point, they actually wrote back to me, but I'm not responding any further. One communication from me is enough, and more than what they deserved. And that's also key. Say it was an email communication you received that's quite negative towards you. Don't get caught up in a big, 20 replies kind of dialogue with people, because again, that's just getting caught up in a drama you don't need to be in. Get perspective here. Oftentimes you don't need to respond, or if you do, say it once, and if they keep coming back with negativity, just cut them off, just ignore them. Better for your state of mind. So that's really the key, always respond with love. It's not about being right or telling them how you're better and they're worse, because that's just an ego trap as well. It's just responding with love. Thank you for that perspective, but I disagree. Goodbye. Wow, you've maintained your energy and you've maintained your light. Now, it's a little bit harder if obviously that's face to face. So someone comes up to you and they start to spout some negativity, or they start to attack you verbally, or start to abuse you. That's a lot harder, and this is where real self-mastery comes in, because at that point you can't pause, or you don't have time to just say, oh, hang on a minute, mate, got to go and feel this, what you're projecting at me for 4 minutes, get clear on my own emotions and how I'm feeling, and then come back to you. So can I take a rain check on that? Doesn't quite happen in life, but we can still pause. So when someone comes up to us and they start being negative, take a deep breath, breathe out, pause. That's your pause. Feel it. They're trying to trigger you. They're trying to hit that weak point, that sore point within you that they know will cause a reaction. So feel it. If the pain or some emotion comes up, feel that in the moment. But then through that small pause, just gives you time to get your breath, feel through the emotion, and go, right, I'm not responding from my ego. I'm not going to attack, go on the attack towards this person, because that's what they're doing to me. Two wrongs don't make a right. So it gives you that time just to pull your energy up into your heart and, say what you need to say. Sometimes just saying the truth can counteract. So, wow, what you said to me, that really hurts. That's really painful. I'm not sure why you'd be saying those words to me. I really don't appreciate that. Sometimes just speaking the truth allows people to, oh, wow, stop in their tracks and really think about what they're doing. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes people are so aggressive, or so, in their ego, they just want to attack you, and, because they just want to. And in those situations, you just have to use more force to meet their negativity. We never step back in these kind of situations. We step towards them and we say, you know what? That's not really appropriate what you're saying to me. Please stop. and I don't think we'll continue this conversation. And then, if you need to step away, step away. So it's about doing whatever you need to do, but being firm but loving in the situation to counteract that negativity and allow you to maintain your own power and sense of inner peace. If we give our power away to them, oh yeah, actually you're right, what you said is really okay, or we try and appease people, that's leaking our energy. We're not being in truth, because that's not a truth for us. Don't take other people's negativity if it's not true for you. So it's about standing up to and counteracting other people's negativity with love. And it's not about attacking them, it's about just counteracting. So when you can really do that and just, respond with love, that, as I said before, it maintains your energy, it maintains your peace of mind, and you can just disconnect from that personal situation then. And so that's another key. If you find afterwards that you're, thinking a lot about the situation, you keep mulling it over in your mind, you're still hooked into it. Either that person is energetically hooked into you, or you're leaking energy to that situation. So what you can do is say, I ask my guides, or I ask my higher self just to sever all cords and all energy attached to this situation or person. I stand in my sovereign power, and call your energy back, call your energy back. And this helps you to basically just sever from the person and situation and maintain your sense of peace and inner light. So yeah, little tips there for you today, but we always want to respond with love. So I hope this is of benefit to you. And if you ever find yourself in those situations, just remember, pause, feel the emotion, respond with love, and your life will be much happier and healthier as a result. So many blessings.